Hello, I'd like to welcome you to Ripple's Gay Dating Game. Wow, a lot of audience participation. What you don't realize right from the very beginning is this is an audience participation show. So if you would pan the audience, just let the people downstairs know that we do have some live bodies up here. I see one or two. Yes, indeed, I do. No, save the crotch shots for later. Moving right along. Oh, I see a lady. Well, I see several ladies, but only one who can honestly claim that. Oh, my God, go back and look at that midriff. San Francisco football. Oh, shit. And a teak. Oh, Tau Kappa Epsilon. We're all members of the same fraternity, except Cindy. She got kicked out. She failed to attend meetings. She wouldn't wear a pledge pin. You have no idea where they wanted her to wear it. She couldn't keep it in. Shaped more or less like an IUD. However, I have been told, yes, there's a nasty rumor going around. Nasty rumor going around that I had resigned last week. How many of you were hoping that nasty rumor was true? Yeah, well, it's not true. With fans like you, how could I ever consider leaving the stage? Yes, indeed. Say hello, Cindy. We're going to have this wonderful joke. Cindy, I asked Cindy if she'd do this joke for me. Come, quick. Now, I have to get it right. You're seeing it first, y'all. Stone cold sober. Cindy, do you know the difference between a rectum and an asshole?
No.
You can't hug a rectum. That was a joke, y'all. Oh, shit. I think I went home with these men last night. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, I'd like to introduce our bachelors to you. All of you basically understand the premise of the gay dating game. How many of you are old enough to remember the first gay dating game? They wouldn't admit it, even if they were. But I'd like to introduce to you, and as I said before, this is an audience participation. People just walking across the set. An audience participation show, so we'd like a little noise, just so the people downstairs do think you're having a good time, because we charge admission to get up here after the show starts. And we can't get away with that for very long unless you're making lots of noise. Wait, Dale, before we start with the introductions, now do the crotch shots. Such a tasteful show. No, don't. Check the midriff one more time. San Francisco football. What brought all of you gentlemen out today? That's a beautiful color. You're standing over there so shy. Yes, okay, that's enough crotch shots, Moving on. I'd like to introduce to you bachelor number 1. This is Sheldon, ladies and gentlemen. Sheldon. Well, we've got some polite people in the audience. A little noise. Thank you. Sheldon's from Newport Beach, and he's a sales manager with a newspaper and a full-time student. I asked him what he was studying. He just smiled and blushed. Then he told me it was business, and I wondered what kind of business he was into. How many of you would like to give Sheldon the business? Oh, they are all quiet today. You're making the drinks too strong, Joey. I said you're making the drinks too strong. They faded on us already this afternoon. And when I asked him what his hobbies or sports were, he said he was into water sports. Oh, I heard a moan or a groan or something. They are alive out there. Let me say it one more time. Watch my lips. Water sports. No, don't. Okay, but he qualified that. He says, you name it, I do it. And when I asked him why he was on the show, he said, for the hell of it. See, I changed it just to make it a little, just so we have some variety. Sheldon, ladies and gentlemen, bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 2 is Michael, and I know Michael well. We used to work together in the Heinz factory. He was the mustard tester. Yes, it's true. I only say that. I have to get back at this asshole, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, or week before last, he was in here, and one of the questions was, what's the kinkiest lubricant you've ever used? And naturally, we got things like spit and hair shampoo and butter. And this fool yells mustard.
Well, what else would you use on a wiener?
You're getting more laughs than I am. You found my replacement. Okay, this is Michael, and he's from Carson. Can you believe some queen from Carson that uses mustard as a lubricant? You might not remember the face or the name, but you'll recognize the smell. Anyhow, he comes to Carson by way of, he couldn't decide, Sacramento or San Francisco. Actually, it's a little town called Fairfield, in between Sacramento and San Francisco. Okay, and he's a purchasing agent and a part-time student in what else? Business. There are no artists left in the world, only businessmen. After the revolution, this will be a house for 12 families. Yes, indeed. And hobbies: snow skiing, water skiing, skating, bowling, bowling, bowling. I didn't know anybody bowled anymore. Do you bowl, Cindy? Okay, bowling. Oh, you're right. I misspelled it. Bowling. And when I asked him why he was doing this, he said it was a nice way to meet people. I don't think it's a particularly nice way to meet people. I think it's pretty tacky myself. But ladies and gentlemen, bachelor number 2, Michael. The mustard queen of Carson. Okay, and coming to us directly from someplace in Illinois. Do you like that? I didn't pronounce that final S. It's a French word. What does it mean? Yes, but now living in San Pedro. I did pronounce the final S in that. Okay, San Pedro, when I asked him what his occupation was, he just looked at me. So then I asked him how much money does his husband make. No, that was a joke. Shit. Okay, well, moving on. And hobbies. What do you say? Oh, I can't read this. Oh, watching the corn grow. That was before he got to California. But once he got to California, he took up drugs and music. Oh, shit, I'm getting... Actually, I am on the wagon. I truly am. It's wonderful. I stopped drinking and started therapy all in the same week. Wait, I'm flustered now. I had a line about that. Drugs and music is not a hobby. It's a full-time occupation, right? Yes, indeed. And when I asked him why he was doing this, he said he was asked to. What are you getting me? Okay. Okay. Now, probably you're wondering, oh, I'm sorry. Bachelor number 3, Sam. Oh, I never told you his name? Yeah. I get just as dizzy sober as I do drunk. David. David. Show David. In the green shirt over there. David, I had a dream about you last night. It was the strangest dream, I promise you. We had both died and gone to heaven. Yes, indeed, queers do go to heaven, ladies and gentlemen. It's all lovely lavenders, pinks, lots of throw cushions. Anyhow, there I was. There the two of us were. And I was with this ugliest man I have ever been with my whole life, except for last night. I was with this really ugly, ugly man. And I looked over, and there was David on his lavender throw cushion with this really hunky number. And I didn't understand that. So I made an appointment for God. And I went and I said, God, why am I with this really ugly guy? And God said, you're being punished. And I thought, well, okay, I can understand that. That's fine. Then I thought, well, why is David with that really hunky guy? Why would you put that hunky guy with David? He's being punished. No. What's the difference between a Polish woman's cunt and a bowling ball? If you had to, you could eat a bowling ball. How come girls in Pennsylvania, Cindy, don't wear panties to their weddings? Just to keep the flies off their faces. Going on. Our 3 bachelors, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, Michael, Sheldon. Moving on. I have a couple of little announcements. I should wear sandwich boards. But we're making waves. Isn't that a clever little saying? It's our little motto. Easter events. Easter events. How many of you got your bonnets already? How many of you found a basket already? Yeah, well, story of my life. On Sunday, April 19th, we have a special dating game. You haven't told me, do I get paid more? Okay, 3 o'clock p.m. That's a laugh. But a free buffet, that'll be special. That's what makes it special. We'll start on time. There's a free buffet, so I invite all you. How many of you were at the buffet this morning? 1? Only 1 queen, not on a diet? Yes, okay, but there'll be a free buffet, 4 to 7 p.m. And Bloody Marys will be $1, and the iced teas will only be $1.50. $1.50 for iced tea. Wait, Joey, I have to taste your iced tea. Forget that wagon shit. Oh, that's nice. Okay. All right, you're probably asking yourself, before I get to that, I do have to do a little thing about the buffet. The Tarzana Gourmet Meats. Would you go to a buffet sponsored by the Tarzana Gourmet Meats? Especially with a poster like this. Joey, I understand you posed for this. Is that true? No? How many of you know Joey? That's our bartender right back there. How many of you would like to know Joey? You wondered about that out of order sign on the bathroom downstairs? Oh, that was a joke. Shit. Okay, moving on. But I do invite you back for the buffets. There will be buffets every Sunday. Hello, Kathy. Every Sunday, and they're all supposed to be ethnic. This week was French. I think next week is German. Then we're going to have a Spanish one. And probably moving on along. So you're asking yourself, why would these silly men do this? Not only do they get dinner for two, our guest bachelor and his pick have dinner for two at Atu Babien, a little French restaurant down on 2nd Street, but they also get, all of you get free admission to the bar, no cover charge on Fridays and Saturdays for a month, and a complimentary bottle of Amyl Bronco, our own brand, our very own brand. So every week we like to get somebody, every week we like to get, I was just looking at this young man down here. He's quite attractive and brown to boot. It's true, he's pretty. Our own complimentary bottle. I should make you do it, Michael. You're into Amyl. Come over here and try this. Come. But that's the first time you've heard those words. All right, moving on. We'll find somebody else. Larry will do it. Artique? Okay, you want to try it? Well, they're so shy. You just have to, oh, you don't use Amyl. Oh, you do? All right, well, just come and give us your opinion. We'd like an unbiased, unsolicited, you can call that unsolicited, opinion. No, you have to do it to the camera. I'd be happy to. Anything else you want help? Do it later. Be still my heart. Start my heart. Watch that. Excellent. Wait, I have to get him to say it so you didn't think I said it.
Excellent.
Okay, how about a round of applause for our volunteer, ladies and gentlemen? That's yours. I'll take that. Okay, now, does she get a free bottle, right? Okay, I'd like you, Dale, are you back there? You're there. Hang on. Okay. I'd like you to meet our guest bachelor at this point in time. Ladies and gentlemen, from Long Beach, our guest bachelor, Jim. Some of you might recognize Jim. He works downtown. He's assistant director for tourism for the city of Long Beach, giving those tours. Tell me, is Ripple ever going to be part of that tour? No? Damn. All right. And when I asked him what his hobbies and sports were, he said tennis. Love all, right? Right. Okay. Balls and a racket. Well, it was as close as I could get. I'm sober. What do you want? All right. So at this point in time, I do give the microphone to Jim, and he asks a series of questions which should enable him to pick one of the three young men for his date at Atu Babien. Carry on, Jim. Even sober, I can't remember to do that. Okay, they're supposed to say hi. Okay, bachelor number one, say hello to Jim.
Howdy, Jim.
Howdy. Oh, a cowboy. Bachelor number two, say hello to Jim.
How you doing, Jim?
Recognize that voice? Probably at Coney Island. A big mustache, little cart with an umbrella. Bachelor number three, say hello to Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Okay, so we carry on.
Okay, bachelor number one. When you go to the spa, where do you spend most of your time? In the jacuzzi, steam room, or the lockers?
The lockers.
Bachelor number two.
The steam room.
Okay. Bachelor number three. What's your worst habit in bed?
Spilling the poppers, just spilling the poppers.
Okay, bachelor number one.
Getting cum on the walls.
Let me write that down.
Cum on the walls. How many out there have ever gotten cum on the walls? I would simply say you weren't moving fast enough.
Write that down. Okay, bachelor number two. Would you be offended if we were to go on a ninth date and I suggested my mother come?
At her age, does she still come?
Not in the least.
Okay. Bachelor number three. What kind of household appliance would you compare yourself with to, and why?
I'd say a hot oven.
Okay.
Always cooking.
Okay, bachelor number two.
Like an iron. The longer I stay plugged in, the hotter I get.
Can you top that, bachelor number 1? Number 1?
No, I can't top that.
I myself have always thought of myself as a speed queen. That was a joke. Shit, thank God you're going home with one of these three. They're the only live ones in the bunch. Well, except for that one. Is that the midriff? No?
No, that's Ethel.
Ethel. Oh, God. Keep her quiet.
Bachelor number 1. If I were a fine wine, what color, body, and year would I be?
A deep burgundy with a 1957 and an excellent body to it.
That's 2 years before my time, but that's okay.
Nobody's perfect.
Bachelor number 3. I like playing ball one-on-one. How do you like to play ball?
Late at night with lots of poppers. And a big one.
Oh, okay. How about you, bachelor number 2?
Let me put it this way. When I take out my bat, I aim straight for home plate.
That was number 2.
Speaking of taking out your bat and heading for home plate, are you a pitcher or a catcher?
Definitely the pitcher.
Oh. Well, then we'll need a backstop.
Bachelor number 1. When you go to bed at night, what's the last thing you do before you go to sleep?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Bachelor number 3.
Clean up my date and put the towel back underneath the bed.
Okay, bachelor number 2. Give me a blow-by-blow description of what you consider a really good evening. How boring.
A baseball game. But then again, it depends how many bases we get to cover.
Bachelor number 1.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, give me a blow-by-blow description of what you consider a really good evening.
How many blows was that?
2 blows.
That's all?
Well,
A little dinner, a little wine. Leave the rest to your imagination.
okay. Bachelor number 3. What do you do to relieve tension?
Do drugs. Just go out to the bar, do a few drugs, meet a few dates, and have a good time.
Okay. Bachelor number 2, how do you relieve tension?
What do you have in mind?
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want, you got.
Wait, don't go away, Arturo. Come right back out here. Wait, I know all of you are so interested in the gay culture. I saw Arturo come in this afternoon and I said, what? What does that mean, that red kerchief tied around your left leg? What is that red kerchief? How many of you know what that means? How many of you would go home with a man with a red kerchief tied around his left leg? Arturo, come back and tell him what it means. Well, we'll keep you guessing, but we'll tell you at the end of the evening.
Bachelor number 2. If your batteries went dead in your dildo, would you A, energize it, B, jump start it, C, call AAA, or D, call me?
Well, if I called anybody else but you, I'd never get it started again, would I?
Oh, okay. Bachelor number 2. If you could order a copy of anybody in the world, who would it be?
Eric Idy.
Who?
Eric Idy.
Okay.
Who the fuck is that? It's your lover? I thought this was a singles-only show. Oh, my God, you're going to get 2 for the price of 1. Eric Ivy?
ID.
ID. Oh, I recognize that name. Isn't that the one that's written downstairs on the wall with the telephone number for a good time call? You brought that, I keep calling.
That's the one.
Bachelor number 3, if you were leaving the bar with a date and your dream man pinches your ass, what would you do?
I'd get out a quick note paper, pad, pen, whatever, take down his name and number, and I'll get back to him a little later.
Okay, bachelor number 1.
I'd bring him home too.
Okay, thank you. Bachelor number 2, how do you say no, or do you?
Never on a Sunday.
Bachelor number 1.
Hit the road, Jack.
Okay. Bachelor number 3. Would you or have you gone to bed with someone for money?
No, I have not.
That was bachelor number 1?
Number 3.
Number 3, how about number 1?
Don't pass it back.
I've never had to pay for it.
Oh, I meant it worded the other way, but I meant if you got money.
I don't charge.
Okay.
Go ahead, bachelor number 2. Go ahead, honey. Now, we know he hasn't charged, but I think the trips to the free clinic that they have to make afterwards should count for something. No. Have you ever gotten money for it, Michael?
No.
I'm not surprised.
Chuck is one of everybody's customers.
Bachelor number 1, what would you do if you went home with me and saw a pair of handcuffs on the bed?
Handcuff you to the bed and split.
What was that?
Handcuff you to the bed and split.
Oh, okay, thank you. Bachelor number 3?
I would have to sit down and talk about it for a while, but I'm sure we could work something out.
Okay. Bachelor number 2. Would you let a hot cop have his way with you in an alley?
Cop. Cop, C-O-P.
C-O-P.
As long as he pulled out his handcuffs.
Okay. Bachelor number 1, what's your favorite lubricant?
Mayonnaise.
It's so tasty, too. Bachelor number 2, how about you?
Mustard, of course.
Bachelor number 3, would you compare yourself as good as or better than Linda Lovelace?
Well, I could teach her a few tricks, and I could introduce her to a few more.
Okay, bachelor number 2?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Would you compare yourself as good as or better than Linda Lovelace?
Definitely better.
Okay. Bachelor number 3. If you were a tire, would you be a radial, all-terrain, bias, highway only, or a recap, cheap and easy?
No, it'd be a radial. Very high mileage. Very high mileage.
That was bachelor what?
3.
How about you, bachelor number 1?
A recap. Cheap, but not too easy.
Okay, thank you. Bachelor number 2. Oh, I've done that one. I skipped one. That's it.
I'm sorry. Okay, how about a round of applause for those questions? I thought they were pretty good questions. And for the answers? And a round of applause for the questioner and the questionees. Oh, God. Look at that face. The taste of mustard. I still can't get it out of my mustache. What? Commercials. Yes, you're about to get one now. Okay, one more time, I would like to invite you back to our, I know I keep moving, our Easter celebration. And last year, didn't we have a hat contest or something? We're not doing it this year. David, have you been watching my little finger? Okay, I do invite you back, and I already did this once, but I'm going to do it again. Sunday, April 19th, a special dating game at 3 o'clock, a free buffet. That John? Every time I start teasing about being Jewish, he comes up with a free buffet. 4 to 7 p.m. And Bloody Marys will only be $1, and iced teas are only $1.50. How many of you ever had an iced tea? They look somewhat vaguely like this, and they're, what are they? What's in an iced tea?
It's gin and vodka, triple sec, sweet and sour, and Coke.
And they're wonderful. They look like iced tea, they taste like iced tea, but they certainly don't affect you like an iced tea. Okay, could we pan the audience one more time, just to let people know we do have a live audience? Could everybody wave and say hi? Yes, hi, yes, look at those young men and ladies out there. How many of you have been asking some questions of your own out there? Uh-huh, how many have been getting the answers that you wanted? I'm not sure if I like it or not. San Francisco football. Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep your hands off of him, he's mine. And mustard, right up here. Yes, indeed. Ladies, you're so noisy. God damn it, it's hard to work up here with you girls making that much noise. Did you hear about the Polish lesbian? She liked men. That's it. That's the only lesbian joke I'll tell. I heard the Que Sera had taken out a contract on me. You heard my one, I won't say it from last year. No. We're glad you ladies are here. We could use a little class, finally. Thank you, ladies. Okay, let's hear it for the ladies. Okay. Yes, indeed. Okay, now you other ladies out there, you three-legged ladies, let's hear it for you. So shy, so well-bred. They'd all like to get well-bred tonight. Okay, I trust all of you who have asked your, I saw that. Please. That's not, oh wait, just follow me down here. Can you follow me down here? What are your names?
Louis.
Louis, and your name?
Keith.
Keith, are you two together? Louis and Keith, you're together? They're not, they just met today? Oh my God, I'm a harbinger of news. We have a love affair right here in Ripples. I never thought we'd have a love affair here in Ripples. I've been here for years and I never had a love affair. You just met this afternoon? Have you got a big cock? Wait, I thought you just met this afternoon and now suddenly you're telling me very big?
No, we met 8 months ago.
Eight months ago in New York. And it stretched all the way from here to New York? That's big, I'll tell you. Okay, moving right along. Have you made up your mind? You think? Well, if you don't like any of the three of them, no, I'm just teasing. They're all lovely. Okay, go ahead, make up your mind. And our guest bachelor has picked for that wonderful romantic date with those tall candlesticks at Tu Va Bien on 2nd Street. I feel like they ought to be paying me too. Okay, who did you pick? Bachelor number 1, 2, or 3?
Bachelor number 3.
Oh, Lord, he has a rooting section out there. Okay, now you get to meet the people that you didn't pick. So, Sheldon, go over and say hello to Jim. Sheldon, Jim, bachelor number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I will be nice. This is a very nice man who I have teased unmercifully. But that's only because he took me home and wanted to use mustard on me. Michael, go over and say hello to Jim. Bachelor number 2, ladies and gentlemen, Michael. And a goddamn good sport. Now if we can just find him a bun and a weenie. Okay, and your date for a romantic evening for two at A2 Va Bien. Meet Sam. Sam, go over and say hello to Jim. Bachelor number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you can do better than that. Meet him one more time, a little more seriously. Okay, now comes a very exciting part of the program when you all get to throw them a kiss on the count of 3. I don't have to do it because I have a drink and a microphone. But on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for coming, ladies and gentlemen. We will get all this stuff